In terms of a responsibility to protect, there has been a lot of debate, and also we can see in the survey a lot of dissatisfaction in terms of the way the conflict in Libya was handled by the EU. If conflicts are to follow that look like the Libyan conflicts, new revolutions, new conflicts, do you think that we have learned anything from the Libyan conflict, and if so, what can we take from it to use in the future?
I do think that when it comes to both Libya but also the other challenges coming from North Africa and the Middle East, Syria now, Europe has been a slow starter, and Europe as a collective was actually not, I think, ready to deal with these conflicts in the way that we had hoped. We didn't see the new European institutions being on the forefront. We didn't see the new institutions coming up with the initiative, engaging and getting countries together. What we did see was basically back to the EU as it used to function, namely with individual member states playing particular roles, taking leadership in different tempos, and then bringing each other to the table. Now, that can be both good and bad, because it shows that even when the European institutions do not function, at least member states manage to get together, and that peer pressure eventually prevailed, and that Europe was late in some cases, but quicker and quicker, ready to respond by hiring the price for abuse and by engaging with other international partners to see to put pressure on them to do the same. So I do think that Europe hopefully at one point will come out of this taking a deep breath, doing some severe lessons learned, not just among themselves, but actually with its institutions, with its civil society, and particularly with members from those societies that we were going to help and assist in their transition. I think that will be necessary, but it is, as slow as Europe maybe was, it's still important to at least keep in mind that the EU has imposed more targeted punitive sanctions, for instance, raising the price for abuse against those individuals considered most responsible by decreasing their mobility, instituting travel bans, and freezing their assets in European banks, and freezing their assets with whether it was houses or other assets in Europe. We have frozen more such assets over the past 12 months than we have done over the past 12 years, actually. So Europe has responded. Is it good enough? No, of course it's not good enough. And of course Europe needs to become even better, and it can be better, but it will take some lessons learned. It will take European institutions that I think have to become more professional, more based on quality rather than quantity, and first and foremost, much more transparent. I mean, Europe is also a group of 27 democracies, but some of the ways that both debates are being held and decisions are being made do not really deserve sort of the label democratic, because there has been a certain tendency to just tell Europeans after the debate has been had and when the decisions have been made. Just think about it. We have never, as Europeans, seen our decision makers debate each other. Never, ever. Not one single time had we seen 27 representatives of their countries, foreign ministers, debate each other about foreign policy. We've seen these debates going on sort of like here, with a few ministers around the table, and we have seen them through the press. But we have actually never been invited inside the room. I think that has to change, just once in a while.
All right, thank you so much for your answers. Thank you.